Tyler Reddick gets another one done at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Yes, I call it Echo Park, or I don't call it Echo Park, rather. And my God, it was an interesting one in the ATL today, wasn't it? It was an interesting one. Let's talk all about what happened at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new post-race review here on the channel today. And today, guys, we have Atlanta Motor Speedway race number 2 of the year. 2 of them, you know how she goes. Honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm surprised my mood is up considering I live in a certain country that was beaten by a certain country that I watched a certain race in today in a gold medal hockey game. Kill me. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, they beat us at our friggin' sport. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. For anyone wanting my thoughts on the Canada versus US hockey game, build a statue for Connor Hellebuyck. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, things started off in Atlanta, and we didn't really have any notes to go off. It was basically, how do I say? It was basically just an open book for the whole race. And I mean, because you didn't get any practice, I mean, there was no practice scheduled. Qualifying was rained out because of, well, no shit, it was because of the rain. You just said it was rained out, dumbass. Like, I don't know what people were expecting here, but yeah, it was kind of like a throwback to the 2020 or 2021 race with no practice. You just kind of show up and rung what you rung, or run what you brung, brung what you run. Jesus Christ, I am an idiot. It's obviously run what you brung. Okay, well, first stage wasn't really the greatest stage ever. It was basically just Toyotas and Hendrick controlling the entire stage. But Austin Cindric was able to drive his way up through the field, take the stage 1 victory, and lots of back and forth shimmying. My God, the amount of fucking commercials there were today. And I hate to swear, but it's like, Fox, how many effing commercials were there in those first 2 stages? Is actually starting to drive me nuts. I mean, at least if it wasn't under caution, it wasn't full screen. But like, holy God, the amount of commercials today was just ridiculous. Do we really need that much commercials in a NASCAR Cup Series broadcast in the year 2026? It was just ridiculous. I would love to see the amount of time we spent under commercial today, as it was honestly just ridiculous. The amount of commercials was pathetic, and I'm just gonna leave it there with Fox. We may revisit that later because it was just effing pathetic. You want to know something else funny about commercials? Wreck number 1 happened under commercial. Ty Gibbs and Josh Berry got together in this one. I'm just trying to wait for the replay here. Basically, from what I remember, was Bell shot it under Josh Berry. Gibbs tried to shoot it under Alex Bowman at the same time. Berry went high, Gibbs went low. Racing incident, things happen, and yeah, well, it basically blew up Ty Gibbs and Josh Berry's day. Wasn't ideal for me, for someone who would love to star Josh Berry in fantasy. Join the GridRival fantasy leagues, by the way. NASCAR League, INDYCAR League, F1 League, Podcast NASCAR League. We'll probably be starting a Podcast IndyCar League, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Josh Berry and Ty Gibbs were taken out of the race from here. And then wreck number 2. You'll never guess what it was under. It was under commercial. We love commercials. Riley Herbst, I don't know what the hell he was trying to do, but oh God, I gotta get to bed after this, man. God damn, I don't know why I even bothered waking up for that Canada USA game if I would have known that was coming. But yeah, just trying to look back at a replay here. They sure love to pick the slow motion replay for this. Looks like Riley, yeah, it looks like he just got loose trying to make a move under Austin Dillon, clipped him, and to be honest with you, pretty dumb move on the part of Riley Herbst. Yeah, took out a lot of competitors today. Todd Gilliland I see in that wreck. Obviously Austin Dillon. BJ McLeod was in it. Ricky Stenhouse day was done. I think Cole Custer got a piece of that. He got a piece of a wreck later in the race too. And we then had a wreck that didn't happen under commercial break. It was Kyle Busch in the 8. I can't remember what exactly happened to Kyle, but I knew we had to lift. I didn't get to watch the replay of this. I can't even remember what I was doing. So this is honestly my first look at the replay now. When my X feed decides to bring it up, I'm just looking at Kyle Busch's torn up car, which just makes my day. Do we get a replay? Nope, not yet. Here, wait. Nope. Friggin'. Who was he in front of when he wrecked? Who was that behind him? Was it Bowman? Yeah, that's Bowman behind him. So I guess what it looked like was Kyle Busch had to lift for Elliott. Bowman just didn't really get the memo, and Busch paid the price, I guess. I'd have to see some better angles, to be honest, but yeah, stage 2 is a bit of a wreck fest. People trying to save fuel, some people weren't, and at the end of stage 2, for some reason, Kyle Larson thought it would be a good idea to go down 3 lanes and just completely clean out himself and SVG. Let me pull up the meme on the podcast account real quick. Where is it?
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Get used to seeing those on the podcast account. Follow the Touchdowns and Track Limits Instagram, by the way. You love the podcast account, guys. You know you would. We got some great posts on there, you know, like, where is it? Oh, come on. There we go. See? It's race day. Go follow the podcast Instagram account and our X, as a matter of fact, and go subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Stage 3 was peaceful to start out, and then, well, Joey Logano happened. I don't know. Logano went low and then shot it back up high, I guess, and then took out, basically Denny Hamlin was just the innocent bystander to this. Happened right in front of Reddick. This actually took away Tyler Reddick's right front quarter panel. Who else is in it? I see Chris Buescher. I remember Connor Zillage being in this wreck. Byron caught a piece of it. AJ Allmendinger was in it. Alex Bowman. Michael McDowell was in this one. Not an ideal day for those boys. Not the ideal day. Trying to figure out what... Was there another wreck after that? Honestly, I don't remember. Up until the Byron caution. It was basically green flag running from there, and this was the point of the race where the guys were really just going for it. I mean, the Toyotas basically controlled the race from this point out, man. The Hendrick cars just decided to turn into menaces, otherwise they would have controlled the race the entire day, but... actually, no. Before that, there was the Logano spin. What was that, with like 20 or 25 to go, if I'm not mistaken? Something like that. He just cut up in front of Carson Hocevar for literally no reason and spun himself out. Good move there on Joey Logano's part. Friggin' idiot. Yeah. What else happened? Then there was that Byron caution. Well, Byron was racing hard with Cindric. That really set up that wreck. They were side by side. They kind of clipped their doors a bit and ended up cutting down a tire on William Byron on the exit of 2 with like 5 to go. He ended up hitting the wall, trying to get down to the bottom of the track, basically just cleaned out the entire field. Kyle Larson and William Byron. They were just watching a little too much Corey Day highlights by the looks of it. And then we had an overtime restart. The first overtime restart, because Carson Hocevar tried to send a gap that really wasn't there on Christopher Bell. Now, I'll tell you this, right, guys? If I'm Carson Hocevar, I mean, yes, I want to win. Yes, I want to make as many moves as possible. But what I think I would have done is push Bell out clear. You have Chastain and Suarez in the outside behind you. If you push Bell out clear and you have a car length, or you are the car in between that can get down to the inside lane and can move back up top, dude, I would have just blocked the Toyotas. I would have said, hey, if you want to win this race, you basically got to push me out front of Bell, and then maybe you have a shot at it. But Carson didn't do that on that first restart. He basically, I mean, the gap was there to start with, but Bell and Bubba really kind of closed it up as Hocevar got there to try and act on what he's seen, but Bell hit the outside wall. Not the smartest part on Carson Hocevar's part, man. Not his smartest move. I'm sure Bell won't take too kindly to that, and if I were Carson Hocevar, I'd be writing an apology card, because, yeah, looking at the replay, the hole was there, and then it just closed back in when Hocevar was going for the move. But then the last lap came. The Toyotas got together. Briscoe got clear of Reddick. Not Reddick, sorry. He pushed Reddick clear of Hocevar, and basically the Toyotas just set sailed from there. I mean, you had two Trackhouse teammates behind Reddick and Briscoe. Yeah. They didn't really get hooked up. Hocevar made the move under SVG, same with Daniel Suarez. And Tyler Reddick gets 2 road course wins in a row. Not road course, what am I talking about? Super Speedway wins in a row. But 2 wins in a row for 23XI, 2 Super Speedway wins. Tyler Reddick's the first person to win the first 2 races of the season since Matt Kenseth all the way back in 2009. Ironically enough, in the Chase era. But man, oh man, oh man. I don't know why Briscoe didn't try to back Chastain up and make a move. I really don't. But it's how life goes, I guess. It's just how things worked out, and I definitely would have tried something if I were Briscoe, but he just never really had the momentum. His only real shot was to try and back up in turns 1 and 2 and try to set something up on the entrance of 3 down the back. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it's 2 wins in a row for Tyler Reddick. If any of the 23XI cars deserved it, in my opinion, it was Bubba Wallace. Bubba drove his ass off the entire race, led the most laps, I believe, and was up front the entire race at the end of the day. But things happen. It's just the way it goes. And Tyler Reddick, without a right front quarter panel, has won his 2nd race in a row, this time at Atlanta. Oh my God. I mean, I figured Reddick would contend today, but I was like, I don't think he'll win 2 in a row. Sure enough, he does. Sure goddamn enough. Good job, Tyler Reddick. Good job, 23XI Racing. They're on top of the motorsports world right now, and you got to tip your hat to them. But without further delay, let's get into your results at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Well, the race results in Atlanta are as follows. Tyler Reddick picks up the win, running a best lap of 29.82, a big 67 points. I'm gonna rot hell, man. But yeah, a big points day for Tyler Reddick. 43 points for Chase Briscoe as he comes up in 2nd place, followed by Ross Chastain. Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, Shane Van Gisbergen, Zane Smith, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Preece, and Ryan Blaney, who round out the top 10. Yeah, Briscoe was never really up there the whole day. He shuffled his way through it. I mean, he was up there once at like beginning of stage 2, maybe something like that. Shuffled his way up the best he could. Honestly, good job, Chase Briscoe. He did the best he could. Same with Ross Chastain. He had the freshest tires at the end, him and Hocevar. I figured they were going to try and work together and make something happen, but it just didn't work out at the end of the day. Yeah, Carson Hocevar, man. We'll talk more about Carson Hocevar in a bit, but my dog's a wheel man. My dog is a wheel man. If Carson Hocevar made some more friends and stuck with his help a bit more, I think Carson Hocevar pulls into victory lane today. I really do. But Daniel Suarez, P5. Not a bad run for Suarez at all. Suarez is off to a pretty good start here this season, but we'll see if he can keep it up. Only time will tell there. And yeah, where's my friggin' race results? I clicked off it by accident. Yeah, great start for the season for Suarez. SVG pulls off a top 10 on a super speedway. Not too bad a result for him, man. For a New Zealander to come in and pull off top 10s on super speedways and plate tracks, not bad. Not bad. Zane Smith with a P7 following up a decent run in the Daytona 500. Good for him. Bubba Wallace, P8. We'll talk more about Bubba later when we get to the points. Ryan Preece is 9th. Not a bad run for Preece at all. He really crept his way in there slowly but surely as the race went on. And Ryan Blaney never really contended like I expected him to today, but a top 10 nonetheless. Chase Elliott had a decent car, just kind of kept getting shuffled out, unfortunately, for the sake of Elliott. He was followed up by Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, Noah Gragson, who I thought had a decent day, Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, John Hunter Nemechek, Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, who deserved a better finish, honestly could have won the race, Cole Custer, Alex Bowman, Eric Jones, Todd Gilliland, Austin Cindric, Cody Ware, William Byron, Austin Dillon, Connor Zilic, JJ Yaley, Kyle Larson. I turn now. Good luck, everybody else. Riley Herbst, Kyle Busch, BJ McLeod, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ty Gibbs, and Josh Berry. Okay, now let's do a little new segment here on the post-race reviews. Keeping up with the points. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be keeping up with the points throughout the season. Unfortunately, NASCAR didn't update the app when I recorded the Daytona 500 post-race review. So let's get into it. So here's what we're going to do each week. We're going to keep an eye on the chase standings where nobody's locked in. We're just going to keep an eye on it each week and see how it goes. Michael Jordan's going to love the look of this because Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace are the top two in the points. Reddick has 125 points compared to Bubba Wallace's 85. Tyler Reddick has a 40-point advantage in points on race 2. God damn. Fair play, Tyler Reddick, bro, because that shit, woo, damn. Chase Elliott, P3, not a bad run for the 9. Well, not a bad points position for the 9 team. Hocevar setting P4. Gotta love that for Carson Hocevar. Inspire Motorsports, Zane Smith, currently P5. Joey Logano, P6. Daniel Suarez sits P7. Ryan Blaney, P8, followed by Keselowski, Buescher, Chastain, Gragson, Byron, Preece, Briscoe, and Van Gisbergen are the ones who round off the chase as it currently stands. Sitting outside the chase currently, the first two out are the two Colleague Racing drivers of Ty Dillon and AJ Allmendinger, John Hunter Nemechek, Michael McDowell, Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse, Riley Herbst, Kyle Busch, Josh Berry, Austin Cindric, Denny Hamlin, Cody Ware, Eric Jones, Cole Custer, Christopher Bell, 31st in points. Ouch. Alex Bowman, 32nd. Ty Gibbs, Austin Dillon, Todd Gilliland, Connor Zilic, 36. Damn. I hope for Connor's sake that he wins COTA. I mean, let's be real. It's going to be him or SVG, but yeah, let's get into your driver of the day segment. We'll cap it all off with the my Skylar Scale Atlanta review, and yeah, we'll head out from there. We'll call it a night. Well, alrighty then, guys. Atlanta driver of the day. There's two real people that come into my mind for the driver of the day award at Atlanta this week. But to be honest with you guys, I'm going to give it to Carson Hocevar. A tire failure on lap 30 put him 2 laps down very early in this race, and for him to fight his way the entire day, work all the way back up to 4th, I think Carson Hocevar deserves a lot of credit today, guys. I really do. I think you really got to give it to that 77 team. They worked hard. They didn't give up any step of the day, and that's what happens when you fight for every point, and you can't give up, especially on these super speedway races, because anything can happen. The only driver I had in contention as well was Bubba Wallace. I think Bubba was a close second to this award because he drove great the entire day, controlled the front, kept track position the entire day, but I don't know. I just think the effort that Hocevar put in today really deserves him the award. And yeah, Carson Hocevar, driver of the day in the ATL. Who do you guys have as your driver of the day? Let me know in the comments below. Well, alrighty, guys, to cap it all off, Atlanta on the Skylar scale. Where should we put the Atlanta Auto Trader 400? Well, I think this is actually kind of tough, you know. I think let's go for an 85. I think 85 is a fair score. I didn't enjoy it as much as Daytona. There were points in the race where I was really detached and I was just kind of like, ooh, you know what I mean? That's how Fox makes a race feel sometimes, though. Sometimes, if anything, I'm not putting it down on the racing. I'm just putting it down to the way Fox covered the race. It was like half the wrecks happened under commercial. Broadcast was basically, oh, here comes Chase Briscoe with a great move. Ooh, oh, Briscoe's clear. Ow, wow. Like, oh my God. And then it would be silent for like 10 seconds and be like, that's what Alex Bowman does at super speedways. It's like, oh my God. I mean, the commentary didn't have their greatest day today. I think production had a rough day at the office, but hey, it is what it is, man. I think the racing was still great. I don't put the 85% score lower than, how do I say it? Like, I don't view it as any less of a race than Daytona. I just think it was covered worse. And this is my perspective sitting here watching on TV, so I have to give it a little bit worse than the Daytona 500. Not as much fuel saving, though, which was nice. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment down below, subscribe, and share with those notifications turned on so you never miss a future upload here on the channel, guys. Don't forget to join the Patreon and the Twitch. Follow the podcast, Touchdowns and Track Limits. New episodes every single Thursday. Links are in the description down below. Oh yeah, follow the Patreon, Twitch. Those are all my social medias. Those are all down there. And yeah, guys, I'll catch y'all next time around, man. We'll be heading to Coda this time next week, so buckle your seatbelts because we going round the road, baby. We gonna go round the road. Oh my God. And then we'll be back to regular scheduled turning left at Phoenix, Las Vegas. I mean, Vegas could be an entertaining race. Fox will probably find a way to make it boring. Darlington will be meh, probably. I think, honestly, Darlington will probably be pretty boring. Martinsville, March. Good old March. I'll catch you guys then. But until next time, guys, take care and peace.